Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about the Huawei Mate 20X one more time and look at the camera on the back. But no, we're not talking about photos this time, we're talking about videos. Now if you're like me, you really like making videos and you probably ask the question, why can I not just have a phone in my pocket and record videos instead of carrying a hefty camera? Now, the Mate 20X has 3 cameras on the back. It comes with Leica cameras, one being at 40 megapixels, one being at 8 megapixels, and the third one being at 20 megapixels. They all do different things. The front camera is also at 24 megapixels, which must be great and can replace the G7X by megapixels. But today we're going to answer the question, can it actually replace it? Today I'll be comparing this phone with the iPhone XS to see which one would be better for a pocket vlogging camera. But if you're excited for this video, then leave a like and subscribe, it's all greatly appreciated. Now let's get into this video. For video mode, you have actually only 2 choices on the phone. You have the regular video, the pro mode, and some different options like time-lapse, slow motion, and we're gonna get into all of those. Now, the regular mode is fully automatic. The only thing you can do is adjust the beauty level and some different effects for your videos. The pro mode is pretty much where you can unleash your creativity. Well, at least that's what I thought. However, in video mode, you can adjust only a couple settings. Now, don't get sad yet. You can adjust the exposure, you can adjust the focus, even though, would you really like to manually focus on a smartphone? Doesn't really make sense in video, but you can do that. You can adjust the white balance for cloudy days, sunny days, different light scenes that you can have, and you can also change the colors and some different things in the settings. However, the sad thing is here that you cannot actually change much. So just stick with auto, I guess, because you can not even change the ISO, which is stupid. And then you have the more menu where you can find slow motion, time-lapse, and a bunch of other options that I already mentioned. As you can see, there are a few options here and you can do quite a lot with this phone actually. Keep in mind that the iPhone XS has its cameras on the back at 12 megapixels versus Huawei's 40 megapixel main camera on the back. It's a big difference. The front camera, however, on the iPhone XS is at 7 megapixels and Huawei's at 24. So big difference again. You should also know that the iPhone XS can make videos at 4K, but Huawei can only make it at 1080p Full HD. That's something to keep in mind. However, we will be doing all these tests on both having 1080p regular. Now I would like to show you a few videos from the camera. Alright, here we are in regular mode. I would like for you to listen to the audio carefully in this kind of windy environment and let me know which one is doing better and how do you like the quality of the video. Now, the next thing for content creators is sometimes adding slow motion to your videos. Now, we have some trouble actually here between the 2 phones. Keep in mind that the higher the frame rate, the slower the video is. The iPhone can go up to 1080p at 240 frames per second versus Huawei at 720p at 240 frames per second. As you can see, you're losing quality. On the iPhone, you have 1080p HD at 120 frames per second, whereas Huawei is at 1080p Full HD at 120 frames per second. So there's differences in both of them. Now, look at these 2 slow motions side by side of the same subject and let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. The third thing you will be using are time lapses. Now, here are the time lapses side by side of the same thing on the Huawei Mate 20X and the iPhone XS. The iPhone XS is shooting at 1080p versus Huawei shooting at 720p, as Huawei cannot do time lapses at 1080p. Now, in my opinion, right over here, I can say that the iPhone's time-lapse is way better because it keeps a constant light level versus Huawei changing the light level constantly. But I would like to hear what you think about it in the comments down below. How about videos using the front camera? Let's try that. We will be using regular mode with both being at 1080p, but keep in mind that Huawei has a 24 megapixel front camera and the iPhone has a 7 megapixel camera. But let's go look at this. Here we go. I'm talking to the Huawei phone now. It seems really good and clear, actually, really natural colors. And now when looking at the iPhone, it seems a little bit grayish in my opinion. Like, compare it with the Huawei. The Huawei is way nicer in video mode, front facing, than the iPhone. At least that's what I think. But let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear that. Well, we've reached a final verdict. Which one is better here? That's actually gonna be tough. But let's start with the audio. I listened to the audio really carefully and I feel like the iPhone is dealing way better with the wind than the Huawei Mate 20X. However, the overall sound of the device is better on the Huawei. So out of this, it's more like a 50-50 because one deals better with windy conditions, which is great as a vlogger, but has worse audio, versus one having horrible wind protection and better audio. So it depends what you like, so I cannot really make a choice here. However, on video, the video is really good on the iPhone and on the Huawei. On the Huawei, from the back camera, it looks really natural versus iPhone's looking like really vivid. But then it switches when you go to the front-facing camera. When the front-facing camera on the iPhone was, it looked grayish. But on the Huawei Mate 20X, it looked vivid. So, which side of the camera should you use? If you want to vlog, I would recommend the Huawei. Well, what's my final verdict out of all of this? Well, the functionality is pretty much the same. However, this one has a better camera. You can adjust a few settings, whereas here you cannot adjust any setting. But then when you're shooting like a video of a dog or a plant or something in front of you, then the iPhone's way better. But if you're a vlogger and you have to see yourself, which is today's question, I would recommend the Huawei Mate 20X. Well, this is the end of the video, so let me know what you think about the Huawei and the iPhone XS, which one you would choose for vlogging based on this video. Leave a like and subscribe, it's greatly appreciated, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!